Apparently, J Electronica fell asleep on the train, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to be that person.
When I was sleeping on the train.
Man, he still sleep on the train, y'all. So over the weekend, J Electronica had been scheduled to headline a show in Las Vegas at a place called The Usual Place. Despite the show being at 7 p.m., J Electronica didn't make it. After midnight, the concert promoter felt obligated to explain the situation. I'm not mad at this guy. We have a video of this because he's justified.
This real talk. I've never witnessed some shit like this. But I'm gonna be straight up. Supposedly he's gonna be here around 2 a.m. The venue's gonna be closed by then. I don't know what the hell's going on with this dude's mind and shit. I don't know what's up with them right now. I'm sure some of you heard about Phoenix the other night. I don't know what the hell's going on with his mind, but I don't want to say the word, but J Electronica, man. I don't give a shit. Real talk. No lie. We will be back, but I'm gonna be back with a real legend and shit. We're gonna put on a great show for y'all.
I understand this guy's frustration. You know, we have a lot of artists that we've been a part of shows where people have bailed, or it's a thing, right?
It happens.
It happens, right? Lone, I know you know as a person that used to do a lot of promotion, but the question I would pose is, how impactful can this video truly be in today's era of instant gratification and entitlement, or entitlement as it relates to the artists that come out and perform for these shows in this era?
Look, man, I get why he feels some sort of way, because that's money out of his pocket now.
Right.
You know, whether or not he paid, a deposit for J Electronica, and then, the rest was due upon the finishing of the show. Because you're not just messing, when you're an artist like J Electronica, you don't show up to something, you're not just messing with your reputation. It's the reputation of the promoter. It's the reputation of the venue sometimes. And so I get exactly why he said what he said. Right. And he was justified, man. J Electronica was here in Indianapolis not that long ago.
Yeah.
And I think it was like maybe the week or two before that we reviewed when he got up there and called everybody a coward.
Yeah.
Who, didn't want to listen to him spit. Exhibit C.
Hot fire.
Acapella with no beat. And, just that impression of him, the place that was where the show was isn't that far away from my job.
Right.
And I just
walking distance.
Yeah, really, it was walking distance in my job, and I was like,
do you want to go?
I mean, I just didn't have why would I? In my mind, I'm like, why would I subject myself to this? It's sort of the way
he might have done sleeping on the train.
Yeah, whatever. Like it's the same way when, like, I remember, my girlfriend at the time, we went to go see Lauryn Hill when she came here, and
be respectful.
I'm being respectful. You're not even respectful. I'm just saying, like, there was a point where I'm like, be
respectful to my time.
Long, don't do that.
Exactly. Long. At one point, I'm like, all right, she ain't gonna make it. Like, I just didn't think she was, like, it just got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give her like 5-10 more minutes, then I'm going to coaches.
Did she show up?
She did show up, and at one point, I'm thinking she was moving so fast through these songs. I'm thinking, oh, she's just trying to get the out of here.
Hey, don't do that.
And then, like, at one point, she gets to caterwauling through some Sade covers, and and I was like, this ain't it. But then, like, when she got into what I come to see Lauryn Hill to do, it was different. So I did enjoy the show, but at the same time, like, I knew it was about a 50-50 chance that she was even going to show up.
Yeah.
And it's not because of, it is because of, like, her previous behavior. And as much as I enjoy J Electronica's music, he ain't Lauryn Hill, not even close. So for him to pull these sort of antics, like, dude, you're hanging on by a string as it is. You kind of gave us the album that we were waiting on. I mean, to me, that's Jay-Z's last album is a written testimony. Then you threw out a bunch of, like, other stuff. You kept putting, you put Shiny Suit Theory on several albums. Like, I don't know. I can't say I get what you're trying to do. I can't shoot J Electronica any real bail. I really can't.
No, we shouldn't shoot him bail as it relates to him not showing up or, being absent for his responsibilities. I'm not shooting any bail for that.
Yeah.
And the guy that was talking about, the promoter, he has every right to say that. Here's what stuck out to me. Listen to the acoustics of the people that were in the...
Yeah, because it was their money.
But what I'm saying is, it was super light in comparison to what you would think a J Electronica show would be. Is that am I wrong?
Because
when
a
I say
lot of
that?
people probably went home.
Bro, but that sounded like a show that's a local show, like with local artists, and then a feature might come on or whatever. But when I heard the people saying, yeah, like, go ahead, go, it's like, it sounded hollow in there.
I
Like,
don't know the size of the venue. I don't know.
I'm
But
going off what I saw, bro.
I just know that you'll mess around and have people stick around, and then all of a sudden, someone comes out and says, "Oh, so and so can't make it," or like it won't even be a good excuse. It's not even like a missed a plane or this thing. I mean, look, and I understand there are a lot of things. Look, at one point for the 20th anniversary of Take That Tuesday, had Scratch Bastard not taken a certain route, because there was all that foolywang going on with TSA, and it was a lot going on at that specific time as far as people flying,
right.
Internationally, because he's coming from Toronto.
Yeah,
right.
Like we caught a real break on him even being able to show up, in enough time for him to kind of, hang out for a minute before he gets on.
There you go.
And does his set.
Yeah.
Like, so there are logistical things that hold up, performers from getting where they're supposed to be. But at the same time, like now we're seeing a pattern with J Electronica. I don't even, because he referred to something like, I know you heard about Phoenix. I don't even know the story behind that.
Yeah,
But he must have skipped out on them too, because he's using that to build his story.
Yeah, it probably was something similar. But shout out to the promoter though, because I seen the longer form of this video where he also addressed the crowd that if you feel a certain type of way, you can go to and get your money back for
Good
the
point.
show.
Good point.
But if you enjoyed yourself here, you know what I'm saying, pretty much appreciate the artist that you did come to see.
And we're going to be back again next
And we're
week.
going to be back again.
Or
I mean,
next
this is
month or
something
something.
that he does. So this is his livelihood. This isn't him just showing up and deciding to throw a J Electronica show. If some contracts and some arrangements and booking was made, then you're supposed to show up and do the show.
Or at least
you shouldn't
communicate why.
communicate. Yeah,
It's a lack of communication.
and then to say that I'm not
100%.
going to show up until 2 a.m. when the venue is like, well, we close at 2, so that's not going to make logical sense for you to even show up. So we're just going to give you some more of what we have here, and if y'all appreciate us, don't dispute the charge. If you do, I understand. Some of y'all came to see J Electronica.
You know what's crazy is, and self-awareness and the people around you is very important in terms of who you are as it stands for your actual career, where you are. Him saying, I'm going to show up at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Sorry, 2 a.m. to a venue that you, more than likely, the people that work with you knowingly that this is going to close at around 2 a.m. The level of narcissism for that, it's
I
like,
don't know about that.
Yeah, I think he just didn't care.
no, what I'm saying is, I'm thinking it's like, you think you can do that and it's still going to work. Are you really that big of an artist to be able to say, I'm going to show up at 2 a.m. and everybody's still going to be there? That, Jay, is what I'm talking about.
Well,
That's the narcissism part.
Number one, we don't know what the actual conversation is, so we can't put that on him.
Okay. All right.
We don't know. Like he just said, okay, maybe 2 o'clock, right? But we don't know what that conversation
Is
is.
that
Like,
too far fetched for me to say that, though?
It is if you don't know what it is, right? Because we don't know if he said, "Hey, that looks like we're not going to get in till 2 o'clock," or "Hey, we don't know what led up to that." You're kind of putting a little bit too much on it.
I'm casting it on him as a negative, from a negative
Yeah,
standpoint.
like he's saying, "Hey, I'm not going to be there till
That's
2." We don't know.
All right.
I mean,
I'll take that.
We don't even know if it's him. Maybe he was touring with other people when he was here in Indianapolis.
Right.
If it's that same tour,
Right.
who knows who he's communicating with?
Right.
Who knows if he's by himself? I don't know what's going on with that. The guy who threw the tour that was on tour with him, I'm Facebook friends with him because he tours a lot and he's been on tour with a lot of people. And I don't know him personally, but we've traded messages before.
Yeah.
I hit the guy up, the other person who shouts to Simon said, I hit him up before the show to see if everything was like straight when they came here, but he didn't get back to me, so I'm guessing he's busy. But like, it seemed like when they came here, everything was fine.
And what's crazy about that is they actually didn't even have a show scheduled here.
Yeah.
They were passing through here to go to another show, and just off the strength of somebody else on the bill, they decided to stop here at Lyrics and Libations.
I think it's Landon. Landon works well.
You know what, Lon? I'm going to give you that because that's my bias. I'm pushing my bias on him, thinking that that's the perception. So you know what? I'm gonna stand corrected on that.
I just my thing is that we just don't know. We don't
either
know.
Either one
right?
of us don't know, but I'm just saying I'm admitting that that's my bias that I'm pushing on him because it's the negligence. It's like in my mind, I'm seeing the negligence.
It doesn't.
But I
mean
really don't know. I don't know.
But it doesn't mean that he can't do better. You know, like
no, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like if I'm not going to be at a show on a tour, I'm going to be in communication with the people that I'm working with on a regular basis and be like, hey, what's your ETA?
That's all I'm talking about.
How's this going out? How can we plan this? Is this going to work or not?
Because this is how you
do we need
too.
Do we need to rebook the show? Do we need to do? How do we need to work with this? And Jay's been around long enough that he should know this, or the people around him should know this. So
and that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, because shows get canceled and things happen. We were supposed to have De La Soul here one time, and it was during when airports and all of that shit was messed up, and they weren't able to make it. But it was communicated that they're not going to be able to make it.
That part.
That's understandable. But if you start to create a pattern to where, okay, I mean, Vegas is not that far away from Arizona.
True.
Like it might be like a 3-4 hour drive,
if that,
depending on where you're at.
Yeah, if that.
But yeah, I mean, you can't build that pattern. Like people pay money to go see Lauryn Hill with the expectation that she's going to be late or she might not even show. So it's like a gamble. But you're not on the level of a Lauryn Hill
at all,
unfortunately.
At all.
So you need to be a little better about seeing your attendance.
So shouts to my guy Simon. Said I'm not going to put him on blast, but he literally just messaged me.
Oh, for real?
And I was like, was everything straight when he came here? He said, yes and no, but he said, based upon what's happening in the last week, we got the all-star treatment.
Okay.
But apparently there's some other stuff going on. So
okay, there it is.
Yeah. Shouts to Simon for
a legit source
for the info. Yeah.
That was live too, like literally just now.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
We always give you the content here. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, we getting more live updates.
No, he gave me more context here.
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Did he say we can share it?
Yeah, he said
FaceTime you.
I asked him, he said, if you've already shot the segment, it's probably best to let it be, but I also feel no responsibility to protect him because felt a little disrespected based upon some of the stuff that he was saying.
Come on with that FaceTime.
Essentially,
Simon's that dude.
Based upon the stuff that we just talked about with J Electronica and based upon our local sources of Simon Said and guys that have booked him locally, apparently there were other issues with J Electronica specifically, not the people he was necessarily on tour with when he came here as well, even to the point to where some stuff had to get refunded based upon something that, let's just say, him not acting as professional as he should have.
I hate that.
So
I'm sorry, I hate that.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, man.
So it does look like it is like, for me throwing him a little bit of bail, you know, to your point of what you're kind of alluding to, it sounds like there is some merit to the alluding to.
That's all I'm saying. There's a legit source that speaks to what we were talking about. That's fair.
So we can cue the ad lib that J Electronica does. It's like, yay, because Mike was finally right.
Yes, I was right. Look at Gobo's tickled. Look at him.
But I will say also real quick that they turned that show around with J Electronica in like 48 hours and they sold it out.
Yeah,
good for them.
So
they did.
Shouts to Lyrics and Libations.
Yeah, good for them.